Capcom just dropped more details about Dragon's Dogma 2 last night in the form of a video presented with amazing narration by Ian McShane, so let's delve into some of the new information that was presented to us last night. First up, we got more information about our player character, the Arisen. Similar to the first game, the Arisen is once again themed around the dragon plaguing the land, having your heart stolen and consumed by said dragon to become a worthy champion.
Generation. Wrenching the beating heart from their chest and forging a being known as the Arisen.
Kickstarting your adventure to slay the beast and claim back your heart. We'll also see the return of rifts, the portals that lead to the hub for all the pawns, which can therefore be recruited to your party and follow you around. This is a feature brought forward from the first game, and I imagine, as we discussed yesterday, this will be something that ties into the Dragon's Plague, which is a new feature added to the game. We also discover more about the two nations that Dragon's Dogma 2 takes place in. Vermund appears to be your typical fantasy setting, featuring sprawling landscapes of mountains, waterfalls and cities to explore. Looking like a scene from a game such as Skyrim or Dragon Age, this includes the Palace of Vermund, which is stated as treating the Arisen as a sovereign. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the game. Are we a nobody at the start, or do we hold some importance at the beginning of the game? Now if we take a look at the other nation that is featured, this is Bartle, a vast desert landscape with outposts according to Capcom for us as the player to explore. This changing nation brings a difference in perspective of who the Arisen is. As opposed to Vermont, where we're treated as a sovereign, Bartle thinks of the player as an outsider. So does this mean that the game is giving us a dual feeling of being important and a nobody? I guess we'll find out in a week's time. Bahatl is a land governed by feline beast-like humanoid priestess who hold a large green flame to high regard. Nothing else is really said about this, but it appears it will hold an important role in the game and in the lore of the people of Bahatl. This also brings information about the elven people of the land, said to be hidden away in a forest area, secluded from both Vermund and Bahatl, and speaking in an ancient tongue not known to the Arisen. It appears we'll be seeking the help of the elves, whether that's for a major role in defeating the dragon or for some other reason throughout the game, we haven't yet been told, and details are a little scarce. It appears that each nation will hold different cultures and faiths for the player to navigate, adding to the complexity of the challenge awaiting the player. Now, we also got a showcase of some of the new monsters heading our way, and we get glimpses of creatures such as harpies and golems. And it appears that these golems are rock golems, at least that's how it looks in the video we saw last night. And they look like they're going to be really fun to face off against. I almost got very minor Tauros vibes from it, so maybe these will be a lower end enemy before you get into the bigger ones. We're not too sure, it's just speculation at the moment. We were also treated to a glimpse of the night system which we've heard about, but details have not been said yet, and we see the Arisen and his companions travelling around at night, which appears to involve the undead roaming the land once the sun sets. Now again, we don't know if this is just in one area of the map, or if it's a wider spread issue across the land that Dragon's Dogma 2 takes place in, but it's nice to see that there appears to be unique enemies to areas or times of day while travelling around. The new information we were shown then ends by showing off the mightier, as Capcom like to call them, monsters. This involved creatures such as the Minotaur, Medusa and the Chimera. And for anyone that has played the amazing opening of Dragon's Dogma 1, you'll be very, very familiar with the Chimera. We also got another look at Tauros, the towering bronze monster we first saw during the Dragon's Dogma showcase, and in my opinion it looks just as awesome now as it did back then. So that appears to be all the new information we have been given last night. I would expect Capcom are probably going to keep just teasing and giving out little bits of information leading to the build up of the game. Now at the time of recording it does come out next Friday, so we are just 7 days away. So as I said, I would be very surprised if Capcom didn't just keep trickling some of this information out, both to get people excited for it, but also to get some of those last minute pre-orders. Now, if you have enjoyed, please drop the video a like, it helps me amazingly. If you're new and you're not subscribed yet, you'd like to, that'd also be amazing. Let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about in Dragon's Dogma 2, or let me know if you're not going to be playing Dragon's Dogma 2, if it doesn't take your fancy, or if you've already pre-ordered it. And hopefully, see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.